Welcome back. In today's episode, we talk about problems. We all have problems in our business. That's part of business, right? Of course it is. We talk about how to deal with them, when's the best time to attack them, and some of the best strategies and some of the worst strategies to use.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performance Podcast
with your host, Thor Conklin.
Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy. Have you ever had a problem in your business and you just didn't have time to deal with it right away, and eventually it just kind of went away? This is one of the worst things that could ever happen to us. Why? Because it puts us in a position where we think maybe if we ignore this other issue, this new problem, well, maybe that problem just might go away as well. When is the best time to deal with issues and problems? One simple answer. When they're small and early on. The faster we attack them, the faster and the easier it is to fix them. Think about being out in the woods and having a campfire. Great campfire, but the fire starts to leak out of the fire pit and starts a small fire outside of the fire pit. No big deal, right? But if left unattended, if you don't address the issue, that could cause an entire forest fire. I love boating. Is it normal for boats to leak? Absolutely. If you've ever been boating, boats leak all the time. They all have bilge pumps in the hulls that pump out the water. It's not a big deal. The water leaks in, the pumps address it, pump the water back out. Just happens. But if you didn't have the pumps and you didn't address it, you would sink. In a relationship, is having a fight a big issue? No. But if you keep having them and you don't address the issues, having fight after fight after fight and having them stack on each other, now you have a major relationship issue. Taking on debt. Is it a big deal? No, not if it's manageable, not if it's small. But can that lead to issues if you don't address it and you keep taking on more and more and more? Absolutely. In business, is it an issue or a problem if you lose a client? Maybe not. If you keep losing them? Yes, it is. It can start a cycle if you don't address the underlying issue. Maybe you're no longer competitive. Maybe your offering is not what the client is looking for nowadays. Maybe the product mix has changed. If you have a negative month, is that a big deal? No. But if you keep having them, absolutely. If you have a bad employee, is that an issue? Well, maybe not in the beginning, but if you allow that employee to continue to affect the other employees, major problem. Deal with it early and deal with it when it's small. The worst thing that can happen is that some of your problems go away by themselves. You get lulled into this false sense of, well, maybe if I just leave it alone, it might go away. And many times it's not something that we want to leave alone or don't want to address, but what are we doing? We're putting out fires everywhere else. And this just doesn't seem to be that important. Why? Because it's small. And it's the small things that one day will grow into huge things. It can happen in your health, it can happen in your business, your relationships, or your finance. Picture for a moment a ceiling fan. It's spinning, and you go up and you hit the switch that reverses the blades. What happens? Well, it takes a while for it to slow down. Then there's a moment where it actually stops, and then it starts going in the direction that you want it to. That's what happens with issues and problems. They don't automatically just shut off and start going in the direction that you want. It takes time. Momentum plays a factor here. That's why you do not want to attack a problem when it's big. The momentum, the forward force is that much greater. Yesterday, the light or one of the lights in my kitchen went out. So what did I do? Did I wait till all 4 lights went out? No. I immediately called Reggie. Reggie came, replaced the light bulb. Now, I live in a place where they actually replace the light bulbs or anything else that goes wrong. So I'm not saying that I didn't know how to change a light bulb. I do know how to change a light bulb. But the point is, I didn't wait till 2 more lights went out. I immediately just put a request in, and Reggie was here within 30 minutes. Light fixed, all good. Don't wait, address it now. Question of the day. Where in your life are there issues, problems, that you're not addressing because you think they're small enough and they're not going to cause damage. They're not going to harm you or your business or your relationship or your health or your finances. If you don't address these small issues, one day they might be so big that you can't address them at all. Thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you found today's show valuable. If you would like to receive these shows automatically to your phone or to your computer, simply go to iTunes and subscribe. After listening to several of the shows, if you're so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating, as this helps us reach additional people and spread the message. If you're truly committed to taking your life to the next level and doing whatever it takes to become a peak performer, but something's holding you back, something is blocking your way, and you just can't seem to figure out what it is, send me an email to info@thorconklin.com, and I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you. We'll schedule a 15-minute discovery call. No obligation, no cost. I absolutely love to hear from the listeners, and if there's something I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to do that. Also, if you found something of great interest in today's show and you want to share that with your friends and family, simply go to my Facebook page, Thor Conklin, click on the episode, hit the share button, and share it on your page. You can follow me at Twitter at Thor Conklin. The website is thorconklin.com. We're constantly adding new free resources, discussing additional tricks, tips, tools, and strategies on how to be a peak performer. Remember, I try to keep these episodes short so you can listen to them during dot time, doing other things, commuting, driving, walking, working out. Decide to be a peak performer in all that you do. And until tomorrow, have an absolutely amazing day.